sometimes the problem might not even be your prosthesis, it might be you're not sitting right. Sit upright. Hello, good evening or afternoon. My name is Sabaa and I'm a below knee amputee. I'm a medical student and well, I'm a YouTuber, as you can see quite obviously. Recently I met some very new amputees. Like, they just had the amputation very recently and they are such sweethearts. So I decided I'm going to make some videos for them. I mean, it's the least I can do. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about lower back pain in amputees. Back pain is one of the very common issue amputees have, and I might know why. Okay, but before I go into that, I'm going to show you my teddy bear. So, hi. His name is Yomi. Okay, so back pain in amputees. So now, a lot of amputees have issues with their back because the prosthesis they are using is a little bit taller or a little bit shorter than the actual height. Okay, so let me explain that. A lot of times when you're getting a new prosthesis or you are changing your prosthesis or you did something on your prosthesis, there are chances that the prosthesis is a little bit higher, a little bit shorter than your actual length, like the actual length of your limb. Let me rephrase that. Okay, so for someone like me, I'm not so tall, so if I'm getting a prosthesis, I should get the exact measurement for my actual leg. I only use prosthesis for one leg, so my actual leg is growing with my body, so I need a prosthesis that would actually be the measurement of my actual leg, not taller, not shorter. So if I get such prosthesis, I'm fine. But if anything should happen to the measurement and it's a little bit longer than it should be, then my hip will not be balanced. So one leg is high, the other leg is this height. So when you are walking, your hip is not stable. Your hip is not going to be stable. So it's inevitable you're going to have a back pain. Another cause could be that there has been a lot of wasting on one leg and the other leg is trying to compensate for the muscle waste on the amputated leg. So the bigger leg is trying to compensate for the smaller leg that has been wasted. Okay, after amputation you did not use your limb for a while, so obviously the muscle gets smaller than the actual leg you are using, say with your crutches or walk or whatever. So now you're getting a prosthesis and well, one leg is working better than the other. If I'm putting it right. Okay, so one leg is working better than the other leg and I guess it's just not balanced. So another reason could be that you are growing, you're getting taller. I as a person, when I got my prosthesis, when I started using my prosthesis, I was about 6 years old. Yes, I started using my prosthesis when I was about 6 years old. I had the accident when I was 4, then the amputation around 5, then rehabilitation, physiotherapy, and all of that. So I did not start using prosthesis until I was 6. So when I started using my prosthesis, I was still a growing child, obviously. So whenever I grow taller, my prosthesis gets shorter automatically because my prosthesis is not growing. So now, when I'm walking, one hip is high up here, and then the leg with the prosthesis is lower. So like, there is this imbalanced way of walking I have whenever my prosthesis is shorter, and I would always have this terrible back pain, terrible, and that is like an indication. Like, I didn't even have to measure the height before I know that okay, this prosthesis is a lot shorter for me than it should be. So what my parents do is they take my prosthesis to the prosthetist and they adjust the height for me. So you might want to adjust your height, or you might want to make a new prosthesis entirely, or for a temporary fix you might want to adjust the height of your shoe. So So you increase the sole of the affected foot. Say, okay, I use a prosthetic leg on my left leg. So whenever it's shorter, I increase the height of the shoe I'll be wearing. So I'll have a specific shoe I'm going to be wearing for whenever I grow taller and the prosthesis is shorter. So I increase the height of the sole of the foot. The foot of the shoe, the shoe of the prosthesis, and the other leg remains the same. So it balances out the difference in height, if that makes sense. Yes. Another reason could be your gait. If you are just learning to walk with your prosthesis and you are not very used to it, you might have some problem with the way you walk, and basically the way you climb stairs, the way you walk, and all of that. So that would give you back pains. Okay, so as I have a back of like a 60-year-old. I have terrible back pain sometimes, and my sitting posture does not help also. A lot of time I slouch without even noticing, but I'm making conscious effort to sit upright. So sometimes the problem might not even be your prosthesis, it might be you're not sitting right. Sit upright. Okay, so if you are having problem with back pain, or you believe your prosthesis is shorter, I suggest you see the prosthetist and let them make adjustments to your prosthesis, or at least let them check the height for you, if it's still the accurate height for you, or some things have changed, and they will be able to like manipulate and help you. Some prostheses are adjustable without any problem to the aesthetics, if you understand. And some prostheses are not adjustable. Like I started with a wooden prosthesis. So whenever I get taller and prosthesis is shorter, they have to like cut in between, add wood in between, then adjust it. Then it's not very pleasant to look at, but at least it's functional. So yes, so after you've adjusted your prosthesis, you fixed the sole of your shoe. Another issue could be that the type of shoe you wear is not just right for you. So now, as a prosthesis user, you should wear sports shoes. It's not totally flat, it's not high heeled, there's just a little bit of inclination at the back, just right amount. So try getting that. Sometimes I wear my prosthesis with a shoe that is a little bit high. I mean, there are prostheses for high heeled shoes, but then normal prostheses, I wear them with a little bit high soled shoe, and because of that my walking gait is not very balanced. So because it's not balanced, and well, there is no flexion of foot on the prosthesis, I tend to have back pain. So if you're following me, I'm sorry I'm blabbing so much. So if you're following me, the summary of the whole thing is that you can have back pain from a prosthesis that is too high for you, a prosthesis that is too short for you, wearing shoes that are not appropriate for you, they are probably too high, your sitting posture too would be the problem. Try fixing up. Then another problem could be the way you walk. Maybe you're still trying to adjust to your prosthesis, whether new or old. Maybe you're still trying to adjust your prosthesis. So these are the reasons why you could be having back pains. But knowing the problem is only half of the issue. You need to know what to do. So if you're having a problem with your back and you're using a prosthesis, you could try doing the following. Increase the sole of the shoe of the prosthesis if you feel it's too short. Increase the sole of the foot of the shoe of the other leg that is not using prosthesis if you feel it is too tall, if you feel your prosthesis is too tall. So your prosthesis is like this, like this. Your normal foot, your normal leg is like this. So now, to avoid having back pains, you need to bring them to the same level. So you might want to increase the sole of the shoe for this foot. But if the prosthesis is too short, the prosthesis is here, your leg is here, you might want to increase the sole of the shoe for the prosthetic foot, so that it will be on the same level with your actual leg, so that your hips are on the same level as you are walking. Okay, then another way of fixing that is for you to go to your prosthesis and let them adjust the prosthesis for you. I mean, you can't keep wearing the same shoe forever, so let them adjust the prosthesis for you to your height, to your actual height. But if your prosthesis is far away and you don't want to go to a new person or whatever, try the shoe hack. All right, so another way you can help with your back pain is adjust the way you sit. I mean, you don't want to have back pain, do you? You don't want to destroy your back, do you? That's what I thought. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. English is hard. If you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and put on your notification and share my video, and please leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate to hear from you, and let me know what else you want me to talk about as a new amputee, as someone who has an amputee as a friend, a relative, or family, loved one, or you just enjoy watching my video. Please just leave me a comment. Let me know. It's going to encourage me to put out more stuffs for you guys, and I'll be encouraged. Also, pray for me. I'm having another professional exam coming up, and I've been reading my ass off. That's why my laptop is here. I've been reading, so please pray for me. So see you next week. See you when I see you. Bye.